What is going on, bowlers? Chris Beans here with Bowlers Rant, bringing you another update from Track Bowling. Yes, we are jumping into the world of track bowling today, looking at the Track Bowling IN2ITION. Woo! This ball looks outstanding, and I'll tell you, I have seen this ball in person, up close. The finish on this ball, the shelf appeal, looks just as good in person as it does in the graphic, which always is a pleasant surprise to me because sometimes the way the graphics look don't always match up with what you see in person. So in this case, Track has absolutely delivered. So let's talk about specs, because that is what we do here. It's got the X-Type core and the Prime DT Pearl cover stock. That stands for delayed traction, and we're going to talk about those 2 points in a minute. The finish, 500/1000 Avalon grit, polished with Powerhouse factory finish polish, okay? And the numbers at 15 pounds, 2.48 RG with a .054 differential and a .015 asymmetric differential. So first thing, looking at the numbers, 248 RG, it's going to start up early, and it's got a fair amount of differential, so you're going to have some flare, and then it's got a medium amount of asymmetric differential, but that's not the big story here. That's part of it. The big story is really the core and the cover stock design intent. So first of all, the Prime cover stock was on the Precision, Pearl, right? So this ball is in the high performance category. It's going to take the place of that ball. This is the Prime DT, delayed traction. I've got notes here from the documentation. We're going to look at those now. We tasked our chemists to develop a high-performance veneer which would delay traction throughout the front and mid lane while increasing traction throughout the back end of the lane. To achieve this, they developed a new additive that modified the peaks and valleys of our Prime cover stock in such a manner that allows the IN2ITION to produce exactly what we requested. So they're trying to delay the traction, and they want to have snap in the back. Now, you don't want to go too much over, and that's where the core comes in. So again, back to the design intent. For the X-Type core, we wanted to create a low RG asymmetric core design unlike any other. By separating the mass spatially along the pin axis, we were able to create higher RG characteristics while maintaining low RG design intent. Doing so creates a constant state of mild core instability throughout the entire lane, enhancing the IN2ITION's reaction at the back end. Translation: while it starts up early, it doesn't quite start up all the way, and when it gets to the end, it's going to come off the spot with some authority. So in short, it doesn't need to have a huge amount of asymmetric differential because it's being handled by the core and the cover stock combination. So short story here, skid, snap, monster. And who's going to benefit from this? Just about everybody, okay? So all the high rev, the tweeners and the crankers, you're going to pick up this ball. You might want to hit it with some surface. Pick your favorite layout and just go to town. This is going to be your house shot killer, or something that you can use for later in blocks when you need something with a little bit more torque, where symmetrical might just go past the break point. And for your strokers, low rev people, you will benefit from the length of this ball. You'll just want to make sure you have a really strong pin-up layout with something with like a 30 degrees less bow angle, so that you've got a lot of snap on the back end. And by the way, if you are interested in knowing more about this ball and where to get it, I've got a link to it in the description below. You can find it on bowlersmart.com. So what do you think of this ball? Do you like the IN2ITION? Do you like the X-Type core? What do you think of Prime DT Pearl? And where does this fit in your game? Drop me a comment. Let me know. Let's continue the conversation. More updates are coming. And until then, bowl well.